stick a nail or something through the candy just to make a small tunnel.
And again, you need to do this all right on top of the hive,
Right
because if
here.
you walk away with the queen, you're gonna
Right.
cause a problem.
It's only gonna take a half a minute
Yeah.
to do this whole
Okay.
thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't even suit up for it,
Mm-hmm.
okay? So you stick a hole through the candy, put it in the rubber band. You're gonna have the box of bees, one frame, the next frame, just put it right in there. And you're gonna put on your inner cover. And then the feeder that comes with it goes right on top. Holds 4 gallons. I would not fill it with 4 gallons, maybe 2 or 3 gallons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But you just put the sugar syrup in there. They can come up through the center. There's 4 slots. They're trapped inside the
Screen.
screen
Oh, okay.
cage, so
Alright.
they can't get out.
Yeah.
Pour your syrup in there, and then just put the outer cover on top. Put your strap on. That also comes with it.
And if I'm to go away for any amount of time, how long is that good for?
If you filled it up with 3 or 4 gallons of syrup, it would be good for weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And at that time, they're not exiting the hive. They're just having.
Nope, they
paired-
are. You're going to have the entrance reducer, and you're going to have it set up so only the small exit is capable of being used. It also comes with so it also comes with metal mouse guards.
Okay.
So this goes right on the front. It fits right down in between. You're going to take 2 thumbtacks, flat thumbtacks, and just tack it to the base or to the bottom board.
Yeah.
And then the front entrance fits right in front of it.
Right.
Okay, the holes line up.
Okay.
This is a mouse guard.
Okay.
Okay, so this goes on and stays there all year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So that goes right here.
Yep.
Yep. Got it. Okay.
so you just tack it down. It stays there. The mice can't get in the fall, and they will take over the whole hive and kill them out and make it really smell bad and disgusting.
And so the entrance reducer as well, is that being tacked down or is that just laid?
Nope, that just lays there.
Okay.
But to start out, you're just going to use the small entrance.
Yeah.
Okay.
After 2 or 3 weeks, you go to the medium entrance. 2 or 3 more weeks, take it off.
Okay.
In late July, August, when there's a dearth and there's not really a lot in blossom, you're going to find that a lot of yellow jackets are going to try to come and rob their honey, pollen, and nectar.
Mm-hmm.
So you will put this back on the small entrance.
Okay.
Okay? That way it gives them a smaller entrance to guard
Mm-hmm.
as it does when you first install your bees, because 11,000 bees is not a lot. That's considered a small colony, so they have a small entrance that they have to protect. Okay? And then as they grow, open it up, but then in August, shut it back down again. So
In August, you put that back on
yes, on
there.
a small entrance.
a small entrance. Okay. So that's the way they stay over the winter.
No, you put
Okay.
it back on for late July and August, and then September you'll take it back off again.
Okay.
If you start seeing a lot of yellow jackets hanging around, because again in later September and October when it starts getting cooler, yellow jackets fly at a lot colder temperature than honeybees do.
Okay.
So again, they're going to be trying to get in there even after the goldenrod and Japanese knotweed and that are already passed. So we just try to help them out and cut down the size of the entrance to
Got it.
protect.
Yeah.
So you've installed your package. So bees are coming, you can pick them up on Tuesday. You put them into the hive on Tuesday or Wednesday. Next weekend, you would just go back. Don't even bother taking the cover off. Just grab it by the handles, take it off, and you'll be working on the side, so you won't be putting it in the front. But you're going to take that off with the cover on it, so the bees aren't getting in there.
Right.
You're going to take off your inner cover, put it right on top. You're going to take the box out. Now, the syrup can is gonna have some syrup in there, you can use that, so don't just throw it away,
Mhm.
right? And it is not going back in the hive at all, so just pour it in your feeder. So next weekend, you'll just take this out, there'll probably be a few stragglers in there. Just put it on the ground in front of your hive,
Okay.
all right? Pull out the frame with the rubber band, take off the queen cage. You can either pull this off or just leave it, they'll chew through it.
Mhm.
Put it right back in and put the other 4 frames in. Okay?
So now there's a gap on that side where
Now
that,
there's no gap
because
put
you
the
took
four-
this out.
because you just put in 4 more frames.
Oh, you put in, okay, I didn't hear
Right,
that part.
yeah, put in the other 4 frames.
Okay,
So now you're gonna have 10 frames in there.
10 frames, okay, gotcha.
If you ever forget to put a frame back in,
Yes,
so what I promote is when you open up the hive, everything goes on top of each other.
yeah, okay.
That way you have to put it back in order to get to the top.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Because if you take off a frame, set it behind you against a tree, and then you close it up, and then 2 weeks later when you go back and you open it up, you're gonna be pulling on this because there's gonna be a nice big piece of honeycomb
Oh.
that's attached to the bottom of this
Oh,
and possibly attached to the bottom screen
yeah,
that you're gonna have to scrape off and destroy,
Mhm.
and there may be 4,000 eggs in there
Right.
that you've just killed 4,000 bees.
yeah.
So
Have to
get
always-
into the habit of everything goes on top of everything else. That way, first off is last on and everything goes back in.
Okay,
So after the week, when we're pulling the box out, if there's anybody still in the box,
just
just
leave it
dump them
there.
out, or?
Yeah, just leave it there while you work. Some will fly out. You're gonna put your other 4 frames back in.
Mhm.
Shake them. I mean, you can even shake them out right on front of the hive. They don't have to go inside the hive. They'll
Right.
go in.
Okay.
Okay, so you're done with this. You'll have your 10 frames in there. You're just gonna put everything right back together.
So everything just kind of seems like it precariously balances on each other. There's like no notches or anything holding
No,
this together.
correct.
So if I got a windy day, do I have a problem?
No, because you're gonna use the strap that comes with it.
Yeah.
Both stands I sell or cement blocks.
Uh-huh.
If you put the cement blocks with the hole sideways,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
you can run the strap through
it.
the holes,
Okay.
okay,
and that way the whole hive is strapped to the
Gotcha.
blocks.
gotcha,
The wind can't blow the top off or the hive over.
okay.
All right, maybe with a tornado, but not normally. 2 weeks, another 2 weeks is the next time you go into the hive.
Mhm.
By all means, go out there and enjoy watching them coming and going.
So in all this time, we're not putting any more sugar water in or anything?
You can lift up the back and peek in there if you need more, but
Okay.
do not go into the hive.
Yep.
All right, you can cause them to abscond,
Sure.
where you go back in there and they'll all be gone.
Mhm.
Okay, so do not make it a habit of looking in there every day or very often.
Mhm.
After 2 more weeks, you go in there, and again, never take the top off of this because then the bees will start going in there and drowning. They can't swim.
Sure.
So just leave the outer cover on,
Mhm.
take it off.
Oh, you're saying that this black thing should never be exposed? What, I didn't understand that part, because
right.
you've got one more level that
You've
goes on
got-
top of
You've
that.
got syrup in there.
Yeah,
If you put that on the ground like that, by the time you got done doing your inspection and put it back together,
the bees would jump
you're
in
gonna have
there.
hundreds of bees in there.
Yes, when
So
you
just-
fill it, it's gotta be, you take off the top quickly, put the stuff down. and
Well,
open.
when you fill it, so it's gonna be on your hive,
Yeah,
you'll have an outer cover on there.
to prevent them.
All the flat outer covers are out in the garage, so for this, we'll use one of the fancier ones. So that fits on top. So now that's on the hive, you just open it up,
Yeah,
slide it
okay.
forward,
Okay, okay, got it,
pour it in there if needed.
yeah.
If not, leave it.
But that's never open, because they'll,
Yeah, they'll
Yeah.
just fly in there.
gotcha.
So, a 2-week inspection, you're gonna have your 10 frames in there.
Yep.
They don't always build on these frames on the outside,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
whichever side you're working from, I recommend taking out the outermost frame on one side or the other.
Okay,
Check it real good, make sure the queen's not on it. put it on top.
How do you know if she's on there? Is that,
Well, you look at it.
and you can see
Well,
she's
yeah,
bigger
when
than,
She'll
you-
have a painted dot on her?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
When you install them, look at the cage and get a good look to see what your queen looks like.
Okay,
She can be almost pure black. She can be like a very, very light honey color. So, know what your queen looks like.
okay,
You'll see the size of her compared to the attendants in there with her.
she'll be, okay,
Take a picture of her,
okay,
all right?
Mhm.
You know,
yeah, that's a good
just
idea,
put it right on top and wait
Yep.
till she's visible and snap a picture.
okay,
Okay. So with one frame removed, you've got 9 more. Now you have room to slide them a little bit if you need to. You're just going to take out frame by frame, put them right back in the exact same way they came, same position. Don't
Same
turn them end for end. You want them exactly the way they came. If you don't, it messes them all up. They're very yes.
so you take one out, you put it back where you found it,
Yes.
not, you never slide them down, okay, gotcha.
Does it help to just like paint one end of the combs so that, again, you always have the
Some
painted
people
end in one end?
some people number them.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what I was
there you
gonna
go.
say, so you take out number
Some
one,
people put F and B
Yeah.
for front and back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if you it's going to be up a little higher, so it'll be more comfortable. So you just take out one
Mhm.
and put it like that. So you pick it up like that and put it right back in. But then when you take out these, because you have the extra room, you're taking one out and you're going to look at it.
yeah,
And then you put it right back in. What you're looking for, the frames are going to be black, you're going to be looking for white comb being built out.
Mhm.
Bring a pad and a pen, and not your phones, because not all phones work with gloves on for the touch screen,
Mhm.
and you're going to get it all sticky and everything. So write it down. So such and such date, I pulled out however many frames, and I saw however many softball sized pieces of comb,
Mhm.
okay,
all right, on however many sides.
Excuse me, sorry.
no, we're on.
Are you videoing?
Yes.
Just get some laundry. You don't have to do that with the bees. I think you're good.
Yeah, they do their own laundry. So, the first time, you're probably not going to see more than just patches of wax being built out,
Okay,
all right? Let me back up just a little bit. When you take the queen cage out, you just want to make sure she's out of there.
Sure.
yeah,
Okay, if she's not, then just cut open the screen, hold it down very low, and tap it so she falls down in, because she will fly.
Oh,
Okay. Okay, so now the first 2 weeks you're checking for comb. Make a note of how much is there, because you have to keep track of how fast they're building it out. Now, initially, the population is going to be about 11,000. It's going to start dropping, but then once it starts building up, it's going to build up rather fast, because the queen can lay over 2,000 eggs a day. So every 21 days, you're going to have that many more bees. So with that many more bees, they're going to be doing that much more work faster. When they get to the 7th or 8th frame built out with wax, then you have to add your second box,
oh, okay,
all right? Don't try to push it, because then they'll move up into the second one, they won't finish down there,
oh, I see,
and then come fall, you'll have to do a lot of shuffling around. So don't rush it. When they got 7 or 8 built out, put on the second.
and that's the same size large box?
Yep, 2 large boxes, both the same.
Okay.
and this one goes on top of the two, And
that
then
al-
the-
that
and
always
then
goes
the-
on,
yeah.
that's the feeder, that always goes on top of the inner cover.
okay,
Some people feed all year, some people feed for about 3 weeks, so that's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
I would feed them
If
for
you
about,
feed all year, you get honey that tastes,
yeah,
right.
but the first year you're not gonna really get honey
Right.
yourself,
right,
okay? So the first year you can just feed right through.
okay.
Just check it periodically to make sure you don't see mold or anything in there that, where it's spoiling.
and if you
Okay.
do see mold then,
Just dump it out and put fresh in there.
okay,
That's why I would never put 4 gallons in there, you know. So if you're gonna go away, then I would put 3 or 4.